Record man, play my song on the radio. You too busy trying to find that blue I saw. I let my black hair grow and my weed smoke, and I sweat too much on the regular. We gon' let them hits fly, we gon' let it go. If it ain't next, so then it gotta go.
Tell them sit down, be humble, 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 sit down.
We're at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Draymond Green's competitive fire is one of the big keys for the Warriors. He said, that's one of my biggest responsibilities, to be the vocal and emotional leader of this team. We have a lot of guys that are more on the quiet side. If nobody was willing to take that role, we'd just be a bunch of church mice. I thought, why not me? It's a natural for me anyway. Kevin?
He's the glue that holds the team together, DA. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. And East versus West matchup here, but more than a little familiarity between these two teams, Chris.
Yeah, they don't see each other that much in the regular season. But when they do, these two teams draw plenty of attention.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. And it's Thomas in at the 1.
Well, you got to remember to box out James. He's always lurking, doing his best to come up with offensive rebounds.
The screen from Thompson. It's Durant with... Oh!
That's how you get your boys on the bench going crazy. What an incredible dunk by Durant, who never ceases to amaze me.
Now, here's Thomas. That's a pick by Love. From about 16. And the shot falls short this time.
Off target with what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
And LeBron James has openly stated very publicly, especially last year in the finals, he is chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be the best ever.
And at this point, he might be top 2. Jordan with 6 titles. Hard to see LeBron surpassing that. But just to be in the conversation with the GOAT is an achievement in and of itself.
4 on the clock. Here's Thomas. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Love outside. Pass to LeBron. Back to Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Shot clock at 5, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Talk about no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Then for the Cavaliers, Crowder, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Korver comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. And Thompson kicks to Green. Durant against Crowder. Back to Curry. Green passes to Durant. Outside, Green. A three-pointer off the mark. Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's the screen. Love dishes to LeBron. And the wide-open shot from Rose. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Out to Thompson. Green, the screen. Off the pick. outside Durant. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Crowder against Durant. Green kicks to Durant. Banked in off the glass. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
And you never hear about it, but Durant is very strong. That allows him to finish on shots like that.
Stolen by Durant. The shot comes out, and that concludes the first quarter of play. The Warriors on top, leading by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in. And as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
Iguodala is at the 3 with Green playing the 4. McCaw is out there with Livingston, and it's West in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Warriors 5. The Warriors making a switch here. Young's checked in, and Cleveland with a change here too. Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Now here's Livingston. 6 on the shot clock. West passes to Young. Here's Livingston. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Now Rose, after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Outside jumper. The Warriors pull it in.
And, of course, playing against their NBA Finals opponent from a season ago, they hoisted the Larry O'Brien Trophy and sent this club home empty-handed.
And for the Cavaliers, every move they make is going to be under the microscope. When you have the league's most dominant player in LeBron James, there's pressure to make the most of his window.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with. Your teammates are following.
Here's Shumpert. The Warriors making the shot. Thompson sets the pick for Rose. From 11 feet away. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Thompson.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder. Crashes with power.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Cavaliers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Rose against Young. Teardrop shot, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Rose not always focused on creating contact, but with his physical gifts, a lot of times he leaves the defense no choice.
And Rose drops them both.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Curry with it. From deep three-point range, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, how do you think the team performed defensively in that first half?
Well, they got to a good start, but then I thought we settled in and started playing a little bit more defense.
Got locked in as the game went on. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, just a great offensive performance tonight. The play calling, the passing, the shooting, it was all working. They forced the defense to stretch itself thin, trying to figure out who to cover. And that created a lot of room for the shooters and spot-up jumpers.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was...
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. And Chris, when you played, you were known as a guy at your size who could rip and run, take it coast to coast. You look around the league now, who are some of the best big men ball handlers?
Oh, you love it. If you get that board, you got to be able to take and speed up the offense. We've seen Draymond just have a field day doing it with all the players of his team that can knock it down and score. Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis. We've even seen Paul Millsap and Julius Randle do it a little bit. So I love the fact that if you can get that board and push it, it makes it easier because you don't have to look for the outlet. You can actually find that point guard, that two guard in transition, and let them score, and you be the facilitator.
So on the floor for Cleveland. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's James in at the 3-spot.
And Kevin, he's practically doubling his assist totals over the back half of his career. Durant's a more than willing facilitator. Whatever helps his team win, he's willing to do it.
Thomas with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Love outside. Smith outside, just 5 to shoot, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Durant with the drive. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
Well, one thing I like about Ty Lue is at the same time he's a player's coach, he's also got the confidence to take charge. That's important on a team to star talent like the Cavs.
Here's James. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. LeBron's got his second bucket of the night. It's Durant on the wing. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And Ty Lue not shy about holding his stars accountable.
No, he's not. He'll critique everyone from the 15th man up to LeBron. He still wants his players' input, asking his guys what works for them, what they're comfortable with.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Crowder's checked in. Thomas with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Crowder kicks to James. Wide open look. It's rebounded by Golden State.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
Smith against Thompson. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Outside Curry. Green, the screen, takes the 3. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Durant. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter.
That lead's only going to keep growing if he keeps shooting like he has so far.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
sometimes with the amount of weapons that this team has, players have the tendency to defer. But Curry is at his best when he's aggressive and aggressive early. Took some time to realize that last season, but it clicked. He is still the engine that powers the offense.
Curry with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry leading the charge. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson from long range. And another three for Golden State.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Smith against Thompson. Thomas a screen. Can they get it? Love. And Love with the second chance points.
Well, we all know this. Love is one of the best offensive rebounders in the game. He knows how to get in position as the shot is going up.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
That's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. It's the core of the Warriors out there with Curry, Clay, Iguodala, KD, and Draymond. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? When you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching it.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. Just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. So to me, the veteran presence is everything. Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie. I would have paid him to do that. So, it's really cool because just as much as they get on you, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother relationship.
Oh, that's good to hear. Outside Curry and stolen by James. .131 left in the fourth quarter. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
That's just great confidence from James. Effortlessly letting it fly whenever he's in rhythm.
The shot by Curry, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Launches it. And it's LeBron missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 13.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Warriors.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Cleveland, Thompson comes in for Crowder, and Thomas subbed in for Rose. Chalk up 2 there.
Love seeing James shoot the ball. He dialed in from that area on the floor.
Here's Curry. Pass to Pachulia. Out to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Green dishes to Curry. 5 to shoot. Here's Durant. Pachulia with a clean look. Offensive rebound. Green kicks to Curry. Picked by Pachulia. Deflects the pass. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
Yeah, you know you're supposed to go hard and complete the game, but they're so frustrated right now. I don't see that happening.
Curry passes to Durant. Stolen by Thompson. And Thomas has it in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. Curry outside. Hands it from downtown.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. Reaching the point guard, force them in a different situation, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, put pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and trying to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.